There is a lot of change ahead for Jefferson County Public Schools this week. The board approved a plan to eliminate hundreds of jobs as part of its budget strategy, while also adding hundreds more. Thanks for joining us here at noon on your Monday. I'm Brooke Cash. These cuts are part of Superintendent Dr. Brian Yearwood's plan to curb the district's $188 million budget deficit. We learned last Friday the job cuts would save the district about $30.8 million. So here's a breakdown of those numbers. An estimated 648 positions were eliminated during a Friday night school board vote. That move cut more than $109 million from the budget, but then you factor in 273 new positions that were added. Those jobs will cost the district more than $78 million, bringing that total net savings to just around $30 million. Our Clary Shaley heard from teachers concerned about how this will affect your kids this fall.
This was not the way to do it. Cutting teachers, harming students is not the way.
Acting now protects students and it protects our staff in the long term.
The words of Dr. Brian Yearwood, the JCPS superintendent, ahead of a vote that approved the most recent district cuts. The school board approved more than 600 job cuts and more than 200 new jobs in a major district restructuring. Some positions like bookkeepers, academic instructional coaches, or AICs, and safety administrators will now be taken from the schools and moved to the central office.
I think another less effective model is to have it centralized.
With the board's decision, Sarah Yost's position as an AIC at Brown School is gone.
In my experience, we used to have that a couple decades ago, and it wasn't as effective as having a coach in a school, even if that coach is teaching part of the day.
As an AIC, Yost says she helps implement mandated curriculum, identify why students are struggling, and how to address those issues.
I am 100% worried about our students and the future of our city.
Her biggest concern lies with the number of teachers who will be turned away and not enough open positions for them to reintegrate.
We are getting no answers. We do not know if we'll have jobs next year.
Erin Hogan is one of the teachers from Gaines Early Childhood Center, hoping for answers at the school board meeting. They have lingering questions and concerns about school changes made in January to close and shift schools. The career prep Liberty High School is moving into the Early Childhood Center.
It kind of is striking when they say that they're cutting from central office first, but in reality, we were told, do not tell the families that we're closing next year. Nobody knows that where they're actually cutting the jobs.
Eyes from the NAACP are also on the changes.
How the students who are the poorest and most marginalized in our community, what will be the long-term effects for them?
All are watching as teachers fear these decisions will result in larger classroom sizes and less instructional staff to go around. Clary Shaley, WHAS11 on your side.
Michelle Penix, a retired JCPS principal, told us bookkeepers work closely with school finance staff. She worries centralizing those positions could make accountability with money more difficult. Now, these decisions we just discussed are final. The board still has until May to discuss other changes for this upcoming school year. The school board already gave the green light to closing King and Zachary Taylor elementary schools at the end of this semester. Liberty High School will relocate to Gaines Early Childhood Center campus. The district said those closures and consolidations would save about $4 million. We'll continue bringing you the latest plans from JCPS online and on air. You can download the free WHAS11 app from the App Store. Take a look at this heavy fog that blanketed most of the viewing area this morning and into your afternoon commute for many, marking a morning commute that looked a bit eerie. Our photojournalist there, Hayden Sorgenfrey, drove through Floyd County, Indiana this morning. You could hardly tell where he is as the sun came up, just lifting it just a bit. Matt Breland still seeing fog in other areas across Kentucky and behind you.
In southern Indiana, for sure. They're on their way out of it, though. And visibility has improved significantly over the last several minutes. So we were off to quite the foggy start this morning. I mean, our visibility was at 0 here in Louisville for most of our morning, and now you'll notice that is starting to mix itself out of our skies, but still a bit of a gloom, a bit of a haze here across downtown. So still beware aware that there may still be a few hazy, foggy spots as we continue going throughout the morning. Temperatures have now made their way into the lower 40s across Jefferson County. Southern Indiana, we're at 51 Bedford, 44 Seymour, 48 Scottsburg, 42 for folks there near Elizabethtown. Right now on satellite and radar, all we're tracking now is just mostly cloudy conditions. So I am expecting a rather cloudy day for us across Kentuckiana that's going to keep on flowing in from the west, keeping us under a cloudy trend as we go throughout the rest of our Monday. We're also going to continue tracking clouds for tomorrow as well. So I'd say you can still expect mostly cloudy conditions through the afternoon with temperatures expected to reach at least the upper 50s. We'll cool back down into the 40s and eventually the 30s once again throughout the overnight hours. And then tomorrow, likely another foggy start to the morning hours. So be aware of tomorrow morning. Likely going to be a foggy beginning with a steady overcast trend headed our direction throughout Tuesday afternoon. We'll continue staying cloudy well into our Tuesday evening. So today you can expect temperatures to range into the upper 50s with still those clouds continuing on with us. That's a look at your weather details. We want to give you guys an update on I-65 near Lebanon Junction. We've been tracking traffic conditions all morning and we have found out that this was now a fatal accident that was involved. So now traffic is being directed around the accident area in Hardin County on 65 northbound at Joe Prather Highway, exit 102, and that is being reported by the Department of Transportation. So keep that in mind. If you have plans to travel along I-65 near Lebanon Junction, headed northbound, then you need to be aware of this redirection.
Yeah, Matt, and this is really a scenario that's been playing out for the last couple of hours. KSP telling us around 10:30 it would be shut down for quite some time with that deadly accident, and traffic is being detoured onto the Joe Prather Highway as this has happened just north of that accident. So we will keep you updated if that opens up in the next hour or so. Well, Kentucky State Police are looking for a shooter who opened fire inside of an Airbnb packed with dozens of Kentucky State University students. It happened just before 1:30 Saturday morning at a home on Lover's Leap Road in Anderson County. Officers said a fight escalated into those shots fired. A 19 and 20-year-old were treated at the hospital and expected to recover. Kentucky State University sent out a statement in part saying while this incident did not occur on university property, we recognize that events like this can have an impact on our campus community. Our thoughts are with those who were injured, and we are keeping them in our prayers during their recovery. A heads up for anyone who takes the Watterson or I-65 in Louisville. Roadwork may affect your late and early morning drives. It's in preparation for a project that'll impact all of us. That closure of I-65 through the heart of Louisville over the summer. Our Conroy Deluche shows us the impact already being felt by those who live closest to the construction zones.
Neighbors I spoke with say they understand why this project is necessary, but it's making things like getting to the grocery store a little bit trickier.
It was, and still is, a big learning curve.
Craig Winstead lives just off Kentucky Street, which used to be the quickest way to his favorite Kroger. But months after the street closed, he still sees drivers pull up and pause.
Probably see more surprise of people still being unaware.
He moved to Old Louisville about 30 years ago.
And I just love the atmosphere and the ambiance, I guess you could say.
That vibe helped attract Vintage Barber Company from Germantown to Southbrook.
Our clientele is Louisville. It's just everyday people in the city of Louisville come here.
In September, as work began on I-65 underpasses, just getting to the shop became a challenge.
With some of the streets shutting down, it's been a little harder for our clientele to navigate, but we're still doing pretty good.
But this June, the I-65 Central Corridor project shifts its focus to the interstate. For 2 months, a 5-mile stretch between Jefferson Street and the Watterson will be shut down.
You ready for that? I mean, we're not, to be honest with you, we're not. It's something we've definitely thought about.
I know, however, it's going to greatly affect the city. I mean, greatly affect, because it's going to throw so much more traffic onto the local surface streets.
Winstead says he worries about the speeding up along his street as drivers will try to cut through the city, but he's holding out hope that the 2-month highway shutdown will go by quickly.
You'll get there and allow yourself plenty of time.
Tori Ray says the extra miles will not stop his customers from coming in.
We'll be here. Come see us.
And they will wait, even if traffic keeps customers coming in late. In Louisville, Conroy DeLuche, WHAS11 on your side.
Ahead of the I-65 summer shutdown, the Transportation Cabinet will do periodic construction at night that could affect your drive times. We have a link on our website where you can track that project night by night so you know what's coming next.